You ever experience those nights where you're feeling extra sentimental and you start reminiscing the good old times and wish that you could go back and experience them again? Yeah, I'm pretty much feeling that as I'm writing the script for this video. I'm not sure about you, but when I was a student a couple of years ago, my friends and I used Facebook a lot. We would post random photos there, create stupid random posts on what we are eating, which now that I think about it, who even cares what we ate for lunch or whether you're spending time with your family eating at a restaurant when in reality, you're probably glued to your phones in that moment and can't wait to go back home and play Neopets or some shit. So, I was just randomly looking through some of my chats with my friends and reminiscing our stupid late night banters. In that moment, it pretty much brought me back to my high school days where I'm constantly surrounded by friends. Although I was a socially anxious kid back in early high school, I was lucky to be blessed with many friends. Every day, I would always be spending time with my friends either in school, outdoors, or in the virtual world. Times were great. It was a time where we would constantly see each other, and with that, we thought that it would always be that way. And there's no way we could live life without that companionship. Fast forward to present me, I kind of get where some of my friends are coming from when they say they feel lonely. We are currently in a phase in life where we don't exactly have that much genuine friends around us. In the corporate world, everyone is ready to backstab each other. Your colleagues will put on smiles, telling you how great your outfit looks, how kind of a person you are, but when shit hits the fan, they will be the first to throw you under the bus. In that instance, I get why most people in the corporate world starts getting depressed and even began indulging in debauchery. I had a little gathering with my high school friends recently, and without fail, every single time, that one friend would always somehow start talking about our high school days. Not hating or anything, but sometimes it gets a tad little annoying. Not because of the stories, which I do enjoy listening as it kind of brings me back to the good old days, but rather, it felt like my friend was a little too stuck in the past and wants to drag us back with him. Sure, we can go overseas together and spend time talking crap like how we used to in school, and I do enjoy that, being brought back to our innocent days. But when the sole purpose is to simply try to be how we used to be, it's difficult. Aren't we supposed to create new memories and accept who we've become instead of trying to recreate old ones? Shouldn't we accept that people change eventually? Maybe a part of why those memories felt so sweet was because it can never be recreated. As much as I enjoy looking back at the good old times, I like to accept what has been, move forward, and experience the new things that this new phase of our lives has welcomed us. My friend pretty much sums up his miserable corporate life and that he felt like days back in our high school was so much better, where we are constantly surrounded by genuine friends. To a certain degree, I agree with him because of how simple those days are and that our only worries are to study. But at the same time, compared to the past, I quite enjoy being alone, and I felt that it's even more important to love being alone than ever before. Back in our school days, because we are constantly surrounded by friends, our own values, our interests, who we are as a person revolves those around us. It almost seems like who we are as a person can also be defined by those around us. If you have no friends, you're a loser. If you have many friends, you're popular, and that pretty much puts you high up on the school social hierarchy. But what happens when you graduate? You pretty much lost a part of yourself, and you began to embark on this struggle to try and claw back your friends that has moved on to different paths in their lives to pursue what brings them happiness. Ever since I could remember, as much as I enjoy being in the company of my friends, I've always loved being alone. I love spending time with my own thoughts, and sometimes, even after spending so much time by myself, I still feel like I don't exactly know myself that much, if that makes sense. I'm still figuring out what I like, what I don't like, why I'm feeling a certain way, and as we grow older, those things change, and the whole cycle pretty much repeats. Every day, it feels like I'm making a new friend because I'm constantly learning new things about myself. I never knew I quite enjoy bowling until I randomly thought of spending some alone time and bowl alone. I never knew I would enjoy the things that I'm doing right now until I actually did it, which pretty much led to me creating this YouTube channel, posting videos for the past close to 2 years right now. To a certain degree, I even found myself craving for more time to myself while I'm out with my friends. Why? Because the person that you spend the most time with, but for some reason don't know that well, is actually yourself. What do you mean when you don't know what's your favorite food? What do you mean that you don't know what you enjoy doing? What do you mean when you don't know what actually brings you true happiness? What does Tom like to eat? What does that old man across the street do every day? Oh, Tom likes to eat spaghetti but hates beans. That old man across the street, he always comes to pick up trash at 7 AM because he takes it as a morning workout and to keep the environment clean. As much as I don't want to admit it, that's pretty much how some of our friends are. They seem to know their friends more than they know themselves. Is there anything wrong with that? Of course not. But isn't it just unfortunate that we will want to spend more time knowing others than the person that actually needs to be known more? That there is actually another person that's waiting all these years, ever since you were born, for you to find out more about them, and that person changes as the years go by. But you would benefit the most if you actually know this person more than that friend that lives halfway across the country. As much as I enjoy reminiscing the good old days with my friends, which we all do, I feel that there's excitement to being alone. The day you actually start acknowledging the existence of that person, that he or she that's been waiting all these years for you to know more about them, maybe you would start to love being alone much more. And that person is none other than you.